I think that the President Xi Jinping's New Year address was a great speech by him, as usual, addressing the Chinese people, but also the whole world. He was pointing out some of the very great advances that have been made over the year 2021. To mention a few, there was the landing on the backside of the moon, which was never achieved before. And then there was also the very quick response in China, of course, to the COVID crisis. But he also mentioned a few other points, which I particularly think are very important. He mentioned the importance of nature and how we should have long-term plans into the future to take care of our environment. And I think that also here in 2021, there have been some very great advances being made. If you look at the popularity of electric vehicles in China, for example, I think this is a very important point. We see more and more companies coming up here. And then, of course, there is something else that maybe he also didn't directly mention in his speech, but which is very important to those concerns. I think few people know that China is one of the leading nations in research on fusion reaction to have sort of a really almost infinite energy source. I think that's one of the really big problems to be solved into the future. And I think indirectly he also addressed that China has been very active on this issue. Towards 2022, I expect that there will be further progress also in other areas such as robotics and automation. We have seen that, of course, also in the context of the popularity of the electric vehicles, there is more and more companies and research being done in China which are focusing on vehicle automation. And it's really great to see that China is one of the leading nations in this regard. My big wishes for 2022 are that we can fully solve the COVID crisis, not only in China. It has been handled here very well, but I hope that it can be solved very well in other places too, and that finally we can open up our borders again and find a step back closer to each other.